So, how many times a day do you find yourself saying, I want something? I really want a new house. I really want an amazing career. I really want an amazing relationship. I really want more money. I really want just anything that you can imagine. A lot of the times we say, I really want this thing. And I have been reading Conversations with God. Amazing book. If you have not read it already, you need to read it. It's so good. And God talks about how we have to take the word want out of our vocabulary. And this is huge because we use it all day, every day. I want this, I want that. And the truth is that you can't have anything that you want. So let me say that again. You can't have anything that you want. Because if you want it, that means that you are in that wanting energy and you will continue to want it. The universe gives us a reflection of what we are thinking and what we're believing and how we're behaving. And so if we're in this state of wanting, then we will perpetuate this idea of wanting. So in this book, Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch, it's such an amazing book. I highly recommend it. He has a conversation with God about how he cannot make his life work, how he just wants all of these things in life and they're just not coming to him. And God actually tells him, you can't have anything that you want. If you want it, you are in that state of wanting. And wanting and having are on two totally different frequencies. So if you want something, you are in the vibration of just wanting it. Wanting, wanting, wanting. It's a feeling of wanting. It's a feeling of lack. It's a feeling of kind of neediness. Whereas having, it's a totally different frequency. Having, you already have it. When you match that, you're like, I already have this thing. And you feel the energy of already having it now. So can you right now, like, do a little test with yourself? Feel something that you want, whatever that may be. You want a new car. I want a new car. I want a new car. And then feel the feeling of having something. So if you can, get into the feeling of having that new car. What does it feel like to have that new car? It feels amazing. It's beautiful. It runs well. It's luxurious. It's gorgeous to look at. It's fast or whatever it may be. So that feeling of having that car is so different than the feeling of wanting that car. So in the book, Conversations with God, God says you have to take want out of your vocabulary. So right now, no more wanting. It's all about having it. It's about having it now. And it runs really counterintuitive to everything we've ever been taught, because we've been taught that you don't have it until you physically have received that new car. You physically have received that thing that you want. But it actually works the opposite way. That's what God says. So you want to be in the frequency and the vibration of having it already, and that's how you will draw it to you. So you can't have what you want. You can only have what you already have. And so that is the most important thing that you can realize when you're trying to manifest something in your life, is that by wanting it, you're kind of pushing it away from you. But by having it now, the feeling of having it now, you are drawing it closer to you day by day, minute by minute, as long as you're staying in that frequency and that vibration of having it. So you need to be the person who already has that thing. You already have that car. You already have that business. You already have that amazing relationship or that amazing trip you want to go on. And that is a really fun place to be. And that is using your imagination, and it's getting into the higher vibrational frequencies of abundance and love and joy, because usually the things that we want them because they will bring us this abundance, this love, and this joy. So I challenge you today, give up the word want from your vocabulary, or at least start paying attention to when you say I want something. How can you switch from wanting it to having it, to feeling that you already have it? And that is how you will, in fact, bring it to you, by feeling it already as something that you have. That's huge. When I kind of like had that awareness when I was reading this book, I was like, oh, okay. So literally, I just have to start resonating in the frequency of having the things. And so, like for money, I want more money, but wanting more money is only going to keep me wanting more money. So I have to tell myself and begin to start behaving in the way that I already have a lot of money. And so I came up with the affirmation that is something I want to tell myself every day, which is that I love having an abundance of money. I love having an abundance of money. And so when I go to spend money at the grocery store or wherever, I begin to tell myself I love having an abundance of money. I love having an abundance of time. I love having an abundance of love in my life. So tapping into that energy of already having it now, even if it's a small, like even if I technically don't have a ton of money, but I'm still in that vibration of loving having so much money, that energy is powerful. And so it all comes back to energy, your beingness, your state of being. That's what actually creates in our reality. That's why God said when you're wanting something, your being, your vibration, your energy is in a state of wanting. So you're just going to continue to get more wanting, more wanting. But when you're in that state of having, then you will begin to attract and be in the vibration of having things and having the desires that you want made manifest. Having that amazing car, having more money coming in, having amazing, beautiful, loving relationships. It's all about being in the place of already having it. So, again, stop wanting. Stop wanting. Take the word want out of your vocabulary. Start saying, I already have everything I need and more. I am so blessed to have everything I need and more. I am so lucky that I have everything I need. I am so in love with the fact that I have so much money. I love having an abundance of money. I love having an abundance of time. I love having my dream car. It's so beautiful. It's so fun to drive. I love being able to travel whenever I want to. I love being able to pay all my bills ahead of time and easily. I love being able to choose where I get to live. I love being able to provide for my family and buy gifts for my family. I love being able to have my day to myself and do whatever I want with my day. I love being able to help people and have a business that I love. And, just being in that frequency of already having it. It takes a little work, and sometimes you're going to feel like maybe it's not true because you've been so trained to believe that you don't have those things. But what Conversations with God says is that usually people think that they have to be something, to do something, to have something. You've got to be making more money, to do something to make more money, to have the car that you want. Something like that. Like it's a very linear logical. But what God says is that you actually just have to be in the place. You have to have the beingness, already having what you want. And then you'll start thinking that way. You'll start doing and behaving that way. And it'll be all in alignment. But the first part is that you already have it. Getting into that beingness, getting into that state. So, reverse the be, do, have. Start with the have, then the be, or then the do, then the be. But most importantly, just be in the have. Start with the having. Start focusing on what you do have already, having gratitude for that, having appreciation for everything that you do have, even if it's $1 in the bank. I love having money in the bank. I love having a home. I love having a roof over my head. I love having abundance available to me. And just start focusing on that frequency of having. You already have everything you want. But you already have it. So you don't need to want it because you already have it. So if you have questions about this, please leave me a comment below because I love this topic and I love being able to help people move from those spaces of wanting to those spaces of having. And it takes a little bit of awareness and attention and focus on your inner self, your inner beliefs. But once you can begin to convince yourself of the power of your thoughts, the power of your words, the power of your actions, you will see how important it is to actually be in alignment with what it is that you desire. And you should already be in that state of having it. Not that you should, but that's the way to make it come into fruition. So, yes, message me with any questions. I'm here and I'm happy to help. I just wanted to talk about that because I think it's so important that we leave the word want behind. We take it out of our vocabulary and we begin talking about what we already have. Having gratitude for everything that we already have and saying, I love having an abundance of blank. I love having an abundance of money. I love having an abundance of time. I love having an abundance of freedom, whatever it may be, whatever you're calling into your life. But you've got to be in the place of having it now. So take that with you. Feel the feelings now. Take a deep breath and just feel what it's like to have it now.